Up, everybody? I know we did a vlog earlier. We definitely did a vlog earlier today. I know we did a vlog earlier today. Let me double check. So I'm doubling up. We got 2 days happening right now. I'm doubling up. Um, but y'all see the title though, right? Yeah, we did a vlog. We did it. It says 3 hours ago. We didn't do that. Hold up. How many vlogs did we do? Really? When did I drop this vlog? Don't show me time, but it don't even matter. We here. What up, y'all? What up? Y'all see the title? We gonna make it real. We gonna get right to it. Because of this, like the title is very simple. I'm very to the point with it, right? All music isn't for everybody. You feel me? And I think that's important because, like, we have an idea what rap music is. We have an idea what hip hop is. It's hard to kind of describe in a sense, but we know what it is when we hear it, even if it's not necessarily hip hop and it's hip hop affiliated. Like we know what that sounds like, and hip hop is a little more than 50 years old now. So with that being the case, with that being the case, we have so many different ideas and and subgenres within hip hop now. Because I think at this point we just need to make a bunch of subgenres. Pardon me, I'm a little sick. I'm a little sick, a little congested, but we should just make we should just make some subgenres in hip hop because there's all these different sounds, right? It's all well. Maybe we shouldn't make subgenres, but we'll talk about it. There's so many different sounds within hip hop. Like this is still technically rap music, but this isn't. This doesn't. This doesn't fit or is even close to what traditional hip hop is. What sparked this whole conversation up was that earlier this morning. Yeah, earlier this morning actually, super early this morning. Me and my homeboy was having a conversation, and we were talking about something that's like popping right now, artist that's popping up right now. And I'm gonna be real with you. The fact that this artist is popping off, inspires me. Like yo, I know I can pop off. Hit that like button for me, yo. And so the fact that I know he's popping off means I know I got what it takes. You know what I'm saying? But I went to play this artist's song. I'm not gonna say who he is because I feel like at that point it comes off like hate and shade. But I played this artist's song, man, and when I said I didn't know anything he was saying or talking about, I was confused. I was legitimately like, what is this, right? Like, I'm a '90s baby. Hit that like button, y'all. I see you popping in there. What's up? What's up, doll? What's up, everybody? I'm a '90s baby. This rapper is also a '90s baby. Um, and I heard this. I heard him rapping, and he had a section in a verse where he just moaned. Like I've never heard this type of shit before. He just moaned. Like for like 15 seconds, he just moaned, and I was like, and in my mind, I'm like, yo, did I hear what I think I heard? That he just moaned for like 13 so he just moaned. And I was like, nah, that can't be right. It can't be right. And so I played it back and he did that shit. That's what he did. And I'm saying now when I say I'm confused about this, I was like, yo, am I tripping? I gotta be tripping, right? Never mind that. We keep going. We're playing more songs, we're listening to more, and I'm sitting there like, yo, this don't sound nothing like the shit that I like to listen to, shit that I was raised on. But it's not so. I get things change, right? And a lot of people like to simplify and say it's an age gap. But me and these rappers I'm talking about, some of them we're the same age or they're a little older, they might be a little younger. But this is not a thing of like I'm 42 years old and they're 25. Like nah, we're in the same. A lot of us in the same bracket. So it's mind boggling to me how different the music is. I'm not gonna sit up here and call it trash and whack and all that shit. I don't think that's fair. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Appreciate y'all popping up. But I don't get it. That I can say. I don't understand it. Like, what am I listening for? What am I listening to be wowed by? Because it's not the, there's not enough artists today that prioritize the lyricism. Like that's like it's a different thing, right? And granted, there's still rappers that do, but the rappers that are popping off and everything like that, I'm like, it's not really that. So the conclusion I came to is that it's not made for me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not made for me. This wasn't made for me. This wasn't ideal. This wasn't when the artist that made this, he or she made this song for their audience. They didn't make it for me. Like I listen to certain rappers, I'm not shitting on no rapper. Like I'll give you, I'll say a name. I'll say a name. Hands a little dry. I'll say a name. Like just, and this is no hate, no shade. Like, but Ice Spice, when she makes her songs, I'm not what she's thinking about. Like she's not thinking about me, like a person. Like she's thinking about her audience. And I say that to say, shout out to Ice Spice and everything she's doing. Shout out to every artist out there that found their way, that found their audience and directed their shit to their audience, man. Shout out to all of y'all, because that's what we have to do as artists, is find our audience and then streamline our shit to them, whoever they are. But it's okay to recognize that certain songs and certain artists, their styles predominantly are not for you. That you are not the intended audience. And you don't got to go shit on them because you realize, damn, I'm not their intended audience. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I had to learn after hearing the shit I heard yesterday. Because this motherfucker really moaned for 15 seconds. I said, yo, there's no, like, I'm always fascinated or intrigued when an artist has a totally different style than I've ever seen. Always. Because to me, I try to think of what the inspiration. Excuse me. I want to think of the inspiration. When it's like, who inspired you? What inspired you? What are you hearing? Are we hearing the same thing? Right? Because there's times where, like, I'll give you an example. One of my favorite movies of all time is The Mask by Jim Carrey. Now, I was very young watching it. I was like maybe 6 years old. I don't even think I was born when The Mask came out. I just kind of want to double check that. I don't think I was born when The Mask came out. But when I started watching it, when I started watching it, I was like 6 years old. So there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things in that movie that at 6 years old I didn't catch. Obviously. Now that I'm older, there's a lot of things in that movie that make it even funnier because there's so many other jokes. And maybe that might be the case when I hear some of these other artists, even newer artists. That might be the case. Right? When I was a little boy, Jay-Z didn't resonate with me at all. Like, I didn't think he was dope at all as a kid. As I got older, I respected him more. So maybe those are the situations, right? Because, I don't want to get up here and shit on people's art. I think it's a little easier for me to criticize art when I know the direction they're going. But the shit I'm hearing now, I don't know the direction they're going in. I don't know what's the it, right? I don't know what's the it that they're chasing or the thing that they're trying to establish. I don't know what that is. So it's very hard for me to assess what I'm hearing. It's very hard for me to assess that. And I think that because I can recognize that, it's okay for me to say, yo, all this music out ain't for me. And that's okay, right? That's okay. And I think more of us have taken that approach. When you go online, you see people dropping songs. And first of all, I think a lot of people, especially casuals, don't understand the amount of heart it takes to actually make a song, then go record the song, and then release the song for thousands and millions of people to judge and critique and laugh at. Like, it's a lot of risk in that. So I understand that part of the game as well. But I also understand that you had to be prepared for people to just pop up and say wild shit out their mouth. Because that's what people do. We say wild stuff. Especially online. Online is the ultimate safety net. It's the ultimate, like, protection thing. Because of the simple fact that, like, people can say what they want and have no direct repercussion. With that being said, it doesn't make it right. But just looking at it from my standpoint, understanding that there are artists out there who who streamline their music to their audience, right? And their audience might be quite large, and that's what rappers today, artists today, have learned to do. We have to streamline our shit to these people. All right, I want that person to hear my shit. I'm gonna streamline my shit to that person. Um, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I stand with that. Like you know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure when, matter of fact, when the Outkast and them came out, people said, "What the fuck is this?" It was a different sound. When Southern rappers came onto the scene and different things like that. So I understand that piece of it. I really don't know what I'm hearing right now with some of these artists. That's just me. I being honest, right? Like I keep going back to this. I heard this motherfucker moan for 15 seconds. Don't know what that was. It was like he ran out of shit to say and just said, "I'm gonna just sound it out," and just left it there. And like so, you know, what up, Travis? So I mean, ultimately, man, the key to being an artist is finding your way, finding your way, and finding the things that inspire you and things that move you. And whatever that is what it is. You know, like for me, T.I. Trap Music is a classic. T.I. Trap Music is one of those albums I can go back to and listen to all the time. It's one of the albums that taught me a lot about how to write and how to create and how to architect how to construct my shit and all that good stuff. But to some people, that might be a shitty album. That might be a horrible album. They might not be able to understand what the fuck he's saying. They might think that whatever it is. So I gotta put those things in perspective. That's why I don't shit on artists, even if I don't like what I'm hearing, so to speak, even if it doesn't resonate with me. And so because I hear shit. Whenever I hear something that I don't understand, I would like someone to explain it. Like, yo, how do you what am I supposed to be getting from this song? Right? Like, what did you get from it? Right? What did you feel when you heard this? What did you feel when you heard these punchlines? Those are like those are honestly my takeaways from many songs. It's like, okay, well, what was I supposed to get from this? Right? Because it's much easier for me to listen to a Nas song and be like, oh, I know what he was trying to do here. Right? It's a lot easier. Like it's closer to like how the origin of hip hop was, so to speak. And again, culture in general is fluid and dynamic. Any culture that exists will change over time. And if you ever came up in an era where you were comfortable and happy at, you tend to not want your shit to change too much from that era. So again, I'm a firm believer that all music isn't for everybody, and it's totally okay if you don't like an artist's music. The problem to me comes in when you go out your way to shit on them. You go out your way to belittle them. You go out your way to shame them. You go out your way to say that they horrible, they suck, fuck you, all that. Like that's when I find issue with any of it. But but outside of that, make what you make. Somebody gonna like it as long as you push it out there enough and keep it in people's face. Somebody gonna like it. But I just know that the shit I'm hearing now, some of the artists and shit I hear now, I'm like, bro, I don't know. Like some dudes are saying half of words. Like instead of mask, they're saying ma and shit like that. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so again, I'm not trying to shame or shit on nobody. I just feel like I'm at the point in my life where I'm realizing that certain songs are not meant for me. I'm not the intended audience. So I don't resonate with it. I don't resonate with it. It doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? And that's just like where I stand with it. Now, how would I feel if somebody listened to my music and said, this is boring, he's terrible, where's the flair in it? Like whatever. I would just say listen to another artist. Because there's artists out there that fit exactly what you want. Right? I'm not supposed to fit what you want. You're probably not my audience, right? And so I like to think that my songs transfer well amongst different demographics, but I'm sure that my songs fall short amongst the different demographics. Like for example, I don't think as it stands today, I don't have a big audience at all right now. Like my audience isn't big at all right now. But I know I have a small female audience. I know I don't have a big female audience at all as far as my music goes. So, and I know my the women demographic, you know, because some people are offended by the term female. The women demographic isn't my strongest, right? So there's some things I'm gonna have to do to kind of tap into that demographic. But yeah, it's not strong for me. Uh, so when you recognize that those aren't your your audience, then I don't really expect it. So whenever I do get like I've had women compliment my music. Don't get it. I've had women say, "Yo, this is awesome." What like, and pardon me. I've had women do that. So I know it resonates with some women, but I know that on a large, grand scale, outside of me being attractive to some of like outside of some of the women being visibly attracted to me, my music don't necessarily resonate with that. Like the stuff I cover in my music isn't always glamorous, right? Like I don't have a pretty boy esque song. I don't even have a pretty boy esque persona. Like I don't even want that. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that my music might not resonate well with them. You know, so you kind of have to find out who's your audience, where's your audience at, and how they and how they'll respond to what you're producing and creating. So but that's just my little spiel, y'all. I don't want to burn up all y'all time. I did give y'all a vlog earlier. I don't want to burn up all y'all time, but I just think that is instead of shitting on people's music or hating on people's music, just recognize that you might not be the intended audience. You might not be the intended audience, and the music, the movies, whatever it is, all of those things, and again, my humble opinion, all of those things require a level of creativity and bravery that most people don't have. Most people don't put out songs. Most people aren't brave enough to do that. You gotta be willing to put out the songs, willing to stand on it, because somebody's gonna shit on it and not say it's not good. You gotta be okay with that. You gotta be okay and confident in your art. So, but I ain't gonna talk your heads off, man. I appreciate all y'all. I'm out.